As we age past 40, maintaining a decent amount of muscle mass isn't just about looking fit, it's about staying metabolically alive. Muscle plays a huge role in keeping your blood sugar stable, improving insulin sensitivity, and protecting you from the silent creep of metabolic diseases. You see, being lean doesn't always mean being healthy. Many people who appear slim actually have poor muscle quality and hidden metabolic issues. What most people don't realize is that muscle is more than just tissue. It's your body's reserve tank for survival. In your senior years, having enough muscle can literally determine how fast you recover from illness, how well you handle stress, and even how long you live. And yet, after 40, most people are unknowingly sabotaging their muscle health. They skip the 3 key nutrients that protect their muscles: magnesium, protein, and one powerful vitamin that more than half the population is deficient in. Without these, your body slowly loses its ability to build, repair, and preserve muscle, no matter how much you exercise. In this video, we're going to break down why these 3 nutrients are crucial, how much of each you really need, and the best time to take them to get maximum benefit. And don't worry, if you've already started losing muscle, what you'll learn today can actually help you reverse that decline and rebuild strength naturally. Before we dive in, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, so this video can reach more people who truly need it. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Magnesium is absolutely crucial for maintaining and building muscle, especially as we age. It plays a central role in energy production by helping the body generate ATP, the fuel that muscles need to contract and recover. Without adequate magnesium, your muscles cannot perform optimally, repair themselves efficiently, or recover properly after activity. Magnesium also regulates calcium entry into muscle cells, ensuring proper contraction and relaxation, which is why deficiencies can lead to cramps, stiffness, or weakness. Beyond muscle mechanics, magnesium supports protein synthesis and activates enzymes necessary for repairing and building new muscle tissue, making it indispensable for preserving muscle mass over time. A cross-sectional study of older Italian adults found that serum magnesium concentrations were independently associated with several measures of muscle performance: grip strength, lower leg muscle power, knee extension torque, and ankle extension strength, even after adjusting for age, sex, BMI, chronic disease, physical activity, and muscle density. In another study of women, higher dietary magnesium intake was positively associated with indices of skeletal muscle mass and power, and it appeared to attenuate the negative association between inflammation and muscle mass. When it comes to supplementation, not all forms of magnesium are equal. Magnesium glycinate, which is bound to the amino acid glycine, is highly bioavailable and gentle on the stomach, making it an excellent choice for daily muscle support. Glycine itself also has calming properties, which can enhance recovery and improve sleep quality. Magnesium taurate, on the other hand, is magnesium bound to taurin, a compound that supports cardiovascular health and helps stabilize muscle and nerve function. While both forms are effective for boosting magnesium levels, magnesium oxide is less ideal because it is poorly absorbed and often causes gastrointestinal upset, so it's best avoided if your goal is to build and preserve muscle. A common mistake is relying solely on the total weight of the supplement listed on the label rather than the actual elemental magnesium, which is the amount your body actually absorbs. For example, magnesium glycinate contains roughly 13 to 14% elemental magnesium, so it's important to calculate how much of the active mineral you are actually getting. Ignoring this can result in taking too little to benefit your muscles or taking too much and risking side effects like diarrhea. Ideally, supplementation should fill the gap between what you get from your diet and what your body needs, with magnesium-rich foods such as leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and legumes forming the foundation of intake. Timing can also enhance magnesium's effects. Splitting the dose throughout the day improves absorption and reduces the risk of gastrointestinal discomfort, while taking it in the evening can aid muscle relaxation and support sleep, both of which are critical for recovery. For those engaging in intense exercise, taking magnesium a couple of hours before training may improve performance and reduce muscle damage. It is important to choose high-quality supplements that clearly indicate elemental magnesium on the label and avoid unnecessary fillers or questionable additives like titanium dioxide and magnesium stearate. Magnesium supplementation is generally safe for most healthy adults, but those with kidney disease need medical supervision since impaired excretion can lead to toxicity. It can also interact with certain medications, such as antibiotics or bisphosphonates, so spacing doses appropriately and consulting a healthcare professional is wise. By selecting a highly absorbable form like glycinate or taurate, ensuring you are getting enough elemental magnesium, and timing your intake correctly, magnesium can dramatically improve muscle energy, repair, and overall function, helping to preserve strength and vitality well into your senior years. Moving to protein, it forms the structural and functional foundation for muscle tissue. Muscles are made of amino acids, and to maintain or build them, your body must continuously replace and repair protein. When you don't consume enough protein, your body runs into a negative protein balance. Breakdown of muscle protein, catabolism, exceeds the building of new protein, anabolism. Over time, this leads to muscle atrophy, weaker strength, and functional decline. A classic review points out that insufficient protein intake leads to impaired muscle growth, skeletal muscle loss, and loss of functional capacity. In older adults, the risk of sarcopenia is closely associated with low protein intake. Observational and meta-analytic data show that people with sarcopenia tend to eat less protein than their healthier peers, supporting the idea that adequate protein is protective. But here's the important nuance. Protein on its own is not a magic fix unless combined with resistance or strength training. In older adults who do resistance exercise, increasing protein intake consistently yields greater gains in lean, appendicular muscle mass, and grip strength when compared with lower protein controls. What many intervention studies reveal is that protein intakes above the conventional minimum, which is typically 0.8 gram per kilogram body weight per day, tend to show better results in building or preserving muscle, especially when the body is under stress, such as calorie restriction or increased training. Reviews of randomized controlled feeding trials report that when older adults are exposed to catabolic stress, illness, energy deficit, or anabolic stress, resistance training, protein intakes around 1.2 to 1.6 gram per kilogram per day promote better changes in muscle mass and function than lower amounts. You also want to spread that protein intake across your meals during the day, rather than loading it into one meal. As for best sources, high quality, complete proteins are ideal, because they supply all the essential amino acids your body cannot produce on its own. These include lean meats, chicken, beef, fish, eggs, dairy, milk, yogurt, cheese, and plant sources like soy, legumes, quinoa, and combined plant protein blends. Some studies suggest animal protein may have an edge in stimulating muscle maintenance because of its richer essential amino acid content, though a mixed diet with both animal and plant sources can also work if planned well. The last important nutrient you need in preventing muscle loss is maintaining healthy vitamin D levels. Vitamin D is more than just a vitamin for bones, it plays a direct role in muscle health. Muscle cells have vitamin D receptors, allowing vitamin D to act directly inside the muscle to regulate calcium handling, mitochondrial function, and gene expression. When levels are low, muscles can become weaker, energy production decreases, oxidative stress rises, and the risk of muscle atrophy increases. Correcting deficiency has been shown in clinical studies to improve strength, balance, and functional performance in older adults, particularly in the legs and thighs, which are crucial for mobility and preventing falls. In real life, this means that if you're over 40 and don't get enough sunshine, you might already have low vitamin D levels, and that can raise your risk of losing muscle. One major study in the UK found that among older adults, 40% of those with vitamin D levels below 30 nanomoles per liter experienced muscle weakness, compared with only about 22% of people whose levels were 50 nanomoles per liter or higher. In a more relatable sense, imagine you're in your 40s or 50s and you're noticing your clothes feel looser around your arms or legs. You can't lift as much in the gym, or carrying groceries takes more effort. If you're low in vitamin D, you're not just losing muscle because you're aging. Your body is missing a key signal to maintain that muscle. Correcting vitamin D deficiency gives your muscles a better foundation to respond to training, diet, and recovery. Because so many people are deficient, especially those who live mostly indoors, have darker skin tones, use lots of sunblock, live in northern latitudes, or who are overweight or have less outdoor time, many clinicians consider a therapeutic dose of around 5,000 to 10,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily. If blood tests show deficiency, this is above the standard maintenance dose. At the same time, you must pair vitamin D with the appropriate amount of vitamin K2 because raising vitamin D levels increases calcium absorption, and without sufficient K2, calcium can deposit in arteries or soft tissues rather than going into bones and muscles where it belongs. A commonly suggested ratio is about 10 micrograms of K2 for every 1,000 IU of D3, but you should confirm the exact amount with your healthcare provider based on your health status. In addition to supplementation, spending time outdoors and getting sensible sun exposure helps your body produce vitamin D naturally and supports overall muscle health. Together with adequate protein intake and magnesium, maintaining optimal vitamin D levels is one of the most effective strategies for preserving and even rebuilding muscle as you age. And that's it. By focusing on the three key nutrients, magnesium, protein, and vitamin D, paired with K2, you can not only preserve your muscle as you age, but even reverse some of the losses you may have already experienced. Remember, it's not just about looking stronger. Maintaining muscle helps with insulin sensitivity, supports your metabolism, and keeps you resilient against illness well into your senior years. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so more people can discover these tips. Also, leave a comment below if you've tried any of these strategies or want advice on how to get started. Don't wait until it's too late. Start giving your muscles the nutrients they need today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.